Today I have the cutest bun. And you can't even see it in the frame. Whatever. It's officially autumn. Even though it's been autumn already for like a month. Now, we can't call it summer anymore because we're in April. I think you know what time it is. I think it's time, and I say this with no shame whatsoever, to bring out the Gemini Palette and do a Gemini Palette look, because I apparently have not exhausted all the combinations of looks you can do with this palette. Now, something I am embarrassed about, I broke this palette. It's been broken for a while, which is why I don't really use it, and I've tried to super glue the bottom of it, and I can't. I only had lash glue. I thought I had super glue, but I didn't. Alright, so let's do some makeup. So I've already primed my face, done all the skincare, done all the waiting around. I was supposed to film this video a little bit ago, but then I was distracted watching Dr. Mike, so I'm gonna start with foundation because, like, listen, every time I do my makeup backwards, I feel, like, uncomfortable the whole time. And by backwards, I mean eyes first. This is gonna be a very heavy eye look. It's gonna be a graphic look. But I don't care. Makeup today is my way. You can do it your way if you wish. Do you remember a while ago, as in back when I was doing body painting every week, I'd try and change things up a little with graphic eye looks, just playing with colors and shapes and getting a taste of eye looks that weren't exactly wearable. They were more for the avant-garde artists out there. I'm going to try and do something like that today, but still wearable. So if you liked any of that, or if you like creative makeup or bold makeup, you're going to like this video. If not, you're not going to like this video, because there's only so many, I don't know, smoky eye looks that you can do for autumn before it gets to winter, in which case you do winter smoky eyes, and there's only so many you can do before it's like, alright, we get it, you know how to blend. So I wanted to have some fun today. I normally don't go in with a plan when I do, like, graphic looks. Or most of the time when I was doing my seasonal body paintings, I normally didn't go in with a plan. Sometimes I had a reference image, sometimes I just had a color scheme going on. So today I do have a color scheme going on, and I do try to use as many of the colors as I can in this palette because it's just a beautiful palette. But my eyes are only so big, so we'll see. And if you can see black under my eyes, it's because I was already out today. Oh my god, I didn't even say my bit. Good afternoon. How are you today? I hope you've been well. You'll have to forgive me. I'm on 3 hours of sleep. I woke up at 4 in the morning. It is now 12:30 in the afternoon. And there are things that I will forget. The intro to this video being one of them. Now, normally when I do makeup tutorials, I don't think I've gotten into a habit of talking about this is the foundation I'm using, this is the primer I use, this is that, because more often than not, they're not really review videos, and I assume you have your own products that work for you. But everything that I will be using will be listed below, if that's something that interests you, or if you're like getting into makeup, or if you're just watching because you want to. When I start getting into reviews, I feel like I'll get more into the products, what's in them, how to use them properly, etc. But for now, do your foundation, your primer, your concealer, not in that order. You know how to do your makeup. But if you do want me to talk about products that I'm using, the bronzer I'm using is the Hoola bronzer by Benefit Cosmetics. The blush that I'll be using is called Dolce Vita, and it's by NARS. If you're pale with neutral cool undertones and, I don't know, you're looking for colors because you're not really color matched properly because they color match you too cool instead of neutral cool, those are the ones that I use. But otherwise, whatever you have works just fine. I think today I'm going to take advantage of a little extra bronze because as we're getting into autumn, despite not having to be tanned all the time, which is sort of a relief because I'm not tan all the time, it is autumn, so autumn colors, bronzers. Maybe just every season is bronzy and I didn't get that memo, you know? So, do I go a little overkill with bronzer? Yeah. Is that a revelation? No. And I blend that under my chin and down my neck because, you know, reasons. The reason you do it is to blend it so it looks seamless and not like you're wearing a mask. I feel like people know how to do their makeup. I feel like you know what you're doing and you're just here to hang out. But in order to teach, I have to pretend that you don't know how to do your makeup, you see. And I'm using the same bronzer with a different brush to do a nose contour and an under the lip shadow. I had this idea a while ago because I do miss body painting despite being burnt out. I miss it. I miss how creative it got for a while. I miss being expressive creatively. And I was thinking of doing graphic looks, body paintings, whatever, based on a color pattern, like a color scheme. I've been seeing everywhere this artist's cube where it's just a cube of different color combinations and people pull them out and they create art based on those color combinations per card that they pull out. And while I don't have those cubes, there are generators online of different color themes, color schemes, like 4 or 5 colors. And I've been thinking the last couple, maybe months, that could be an interesting experiment because it would help with the burnout. It could be anything from character to scenery to vibe to, use color schemes to do looks like I'm going to do today, where they're a little bit bold but kind of fun, colorful looks. I don't know when to start doing stuff like that because in order to do stuff like that, I need to have, time. But I am curious. Do people watch makeup videos nowadays to learn tricks and hacks and skills and stuff, or do you watch makeup videos because it's entertaining for you? Because that will also determine a lot of what I have coming up, because what I watch makeup videos for is for the entertainment. The eyebrow pencil that I'm using is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color Brunette, probably. Because sometimes I watch makeup videos to learn something, but more often than not, I'm watching them because they're entertaining. So if that's the case and you want to be entertained, I can play with more creative concepts. I'm probably going to do it anyway because I had the idea and I miss being that creative. I miss fun makeup, hence today. I just don't know how much it will help in the teaching aspect of it. It gives me an excuse as well to not buy another matte nude natural palette. It gives me an excuse to play with some colors. It gives me an excuse to buy all of Melt Cosmetics' other palettes, for work and study and research purposes. You'll have to forgive my eyebrows. Listen, I have been putting off getting my eyebrows professionally done since before I went to Greece. I was in Greece last June and July. So in the meantime, I've been picking up my eyebrow hairs. They don't look the same. They never will. You'll have to look past it. 24-hour brow setter by Benefit. I've said it before. I used to use the Benefit Benefit Gimme Brow wands, and I liked them better, but I have this now. Okay, I'm gonna try holding this palette up one time, and if it slides. Thank you! I'm going to take the color Cupcake with my fluffy brush that I usually always use. Dab the color in a little bit, not swirl it or anything, because these colors they blend like butter, but they're not forgiving when you put them on too much too fast. Alright, I didn't put enough on. Look at me talking through my teeth. Because I have a semi-hooded eye, we've been over this, I'm going to take it onto the brow bone and over the crease. And bring it again over the crease just so that when you close it, open it, you can still see that work is about to be done. I have a thought. Is it too soon to have thoughts? Probably. Hang on. Let me blend it out before I make my thoughts public. For now, I'm going to just pack on more color into the outer V, bring it back up to that shape that I've created. Did I just fluff up my face? Yes. Alright. With the flat brush that I was using before to add concealer, do I want to do this? Yes. On the inner corner of the eye and tapering it towards the middle, so nothing we're not swiping the brush over the whole eyelid. We are placing the color of the residue. Okay, let me start that again. Whatever's left on that concealer brush that you were using before, tap into the inner corner and taper it outwards. Don't swipe it, don't blend it. We're just going to place product on top of it to make that product pop. But we don't need anything extra because we don't need any harsh lines. And we're not really trying to cover any of the color we just placed down up. We're just laying the groundwork. I'm going to take Lorelei. Where is she? Here. I'm going to take her on a separate flat brush, and I'm just going to press down product. I am bringing the product into the center, but we are going to add another color in between, so we don't need to worry about that too much. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring it completely up to my brow, because I do want this look to be more extreme. You don't have to do it this way if you want a more subtle look. These are, for the most part, subtle colors. We're just using them more. And with whatever residue is on that brush, bring it onto the brow bone and connect it to Cupcake. Okay, try to get that as even as you can, but if you can't, it's fine. We're going to go back in later and make it more. Let's take the color Luna, and I'm going to take it on my finger. It shows up a little bit and it makes it softer. So, I don't know, a little interesting. I want to take Polka Dot now, which is this one. And I want to make it a little darker on the inside. I'm going to take this flat brush instead because we're going to be here all day with that little fine brush and I've already made a mistake. So yeah, Polka Dot on that flat brush, the new flat brush. I'm going to press it down into the inner corner and swipe it up. I want to blend it only on that inner swipe up. I don't want to blend it too much into the other colors. Hopefully this is easier to understand seeing it than it is when I try to explain it. That fluffy brush from before that I didn't end up using, I'm just going to clean up this disc that I've made here. There was no product on it, just so you know. This is reminding me of a bird. I don't know what type of bird, but I've seen photos of it. Okay. And with whatever's left on that, glide it to blend into the Lorelei that we've blended into 1 or 2 swipes. You don't have to go in and, make art out of it. I'm going to go ahead and use Leo. Normally this color combination I love so much with teals and blues. And I do have a teal that I'm dying to use, that I'm considering getting up and getting, but this is an autumn look. So we're going to keep it autumn. Alright, diving into the color Leo and doing the underlash thing. Under eye thing. Damn, Leo. You're not even wanting to show up for the party. I'm going to take a flat brush for now, a small flat brush for now, just to really get in there. I wasn't going to do an eyeliner, but I think I have to because of the way that applied. With the same pencil brush, I'm going to use, should I use Fire OG? Or should I use Mocky? I think Mocky really works when it's just the greens. Otherwise, it's like both too close to Lorelei and Luna and too far apart for it to clash and be jarring. So I'm going to use Fire OG in on that inner corner and up into that V, which, again, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Anyway, I'll take Mochi, this guy here right here, and I'm going to take him on a fluffy brush. Very lightly, like dust off every single bit of excess lightly. I do want it to look not sickly, but like when I think of autumn, it's dusty. Take that across the entire underneath part of it. And I'm going to take my pencil brush from before, dip back into Leo, and I have to extend it. It doesn't feel right if I don't extend it. Which I don't think will matter because I'm going to end up going in with an eyeliner anyway. Alright, yeah, I'm going to do that. So, with an eyeliner, make a winged line. I feel like I want to do a graphic line, but I did all that work. Okay, this is a janky eyeliner. I want to make that clear. If I make any mistakes here, it will look badly Like, it will implement me. But you must know how janky this eyeliner is. Go on, don't be shy. Ah, yes. The unstraightest line. I want to say something. If you're one of those people who says, you know, oh, I just can't get eyeliner right, it's never straight, it never looks good, I have to use tape, I have to do this, I can't do it, I'm not doing it. Maybe it's your eyeliner. Because it shouldn't be that hard. Especially if you're someone who practices, gets it right sometimes. Eyeliner is important. It's not so much the hand, the tools are important. Anyway, this is the straightest I can get this. If this were pointy, or sharp, or new, or the one by Fenty that I want to try, I will do it on the inside as well. But because it's not, and I know exactly what will happen if I do it on the inside as well, I'm not gonna do it on the inside as well. Stays like this for now. Lining the upper and lower waterlines. If I had like green pencils, I'd make the bottom line green. I'm gonna take an angle brush and the color Bonnie, which is just the black. Oh, I'm so good. I'm so good because it stays on. Color Bonnie, and the slightest, teensiest, maybe not teensiest because it is a bold look, in that bottom corner underneath, connecting the eyeliner to the lower portion of the eye. Now, if you don't have a hooded eye or a semi-hooded eye and your eyeliner is up here, like on the top parts of the eye, or angled upward, you might not need to do this step. If you do have a hooded eye or a semi-hooded eye and your eyeliner has to be done straight across so as to see it, it's a useful tip, or it's a useful step, I should say, because connecting that bottom lash line into the makeup look, it just gives it something more. Yes. I want to put rhinestones on my eyes. Remember these? I'm gonna tap into the color Goals. There it is, Goals. And when I say tap, I am actually swirling into this color. I love this color so much. And I'm placing it directly in line with the rhinestone, because I feel like because the rhinestone is there, your eye will be drawn to it, and also your eye is drawn to the light. So just in the spot directly under the pupil. Yeah, I find that it works so beautifully over Leo, because shimmers, listen, glitters and shimmers work perfectly over dark colors. So if you want to do that, that is your absolute birthright. You go ahead. Should I do anything with Gemini? I can take it on a pencil brush that I usually highlight, so there's like matte color on there. Tap into Gemini. A little bit of color, not too much. When the light catches it, it's great. When it doesn't, nobody knows. Ah, excellent. For lips, normally I would want to do a brown, and I am going to do a brown, but I'm like, brown lipstick is too bold, right? But a sheer lip gloss makes this too casual. Why don't we take Stone by MAC? If overlining is your thing, you be sure to do that. One day it'll be my thing. I'm going to fill it in a little bit, yeah, because I'm nervous. I put on a lip balm earlier, so this is very slippery and slidery, and I can do it. Otherwise I wouldn't dream. And on top of the lip liner, I'm going to use the lip gloss that I was holding by NARS. It's called Nympho. It's a sheer lip gloss. And the reason I was worried about it is because it's like, well, if it's sheer, why am I putting on lip liner? I don't know, to make it darker. Also, the lip liner is cool toned, the lip gloss is warm toned. But Autumn is both warm and cool toned. Pumpkins are warm toned, leaves are cool toned. My Cupid's bow doesn't protrude enough for it to not look like I have no top lip. Have we made it? Is this the end? Let me do something not so boring with my hair. Imagine if it was short and I could fluff it. Ugh, the dream. Okay. So this is the final look. In retrospect, it's not as extreme as I wanted it to be. I think it's because that green is rather dim, but it is a lot bolder than the makeup I typically wear, so failed successfully. But alas, this is the final look. I hope you like it. I'm glad I was able to use the Gemini palette again. I do love autumn. Listen, I love all the seasons. I'm complaining about summer being gone. I've never felt the way that I have about summer. But autumn is beautiful, and I'd like to do some more color-themed paintings, makeup for the season of autumn. I have a thing with seasons, if you haven't noticed. I love them, they're colorful, they're dynamic, and they bring out my creative side, and I like that side quite a bit. So, for today, this is the look. I've used pretty much... Did I use all of the Gemini palette? I've used every color except for polka dot. No! I used polka dot on the inner side. I used every color of this palette. I hope you like it. And I hope you had fun, and I hope I was able to teach you something, and I hope to see you in the next one. If you like this video, please leave it a like, and if you'd like to see more, consider subscribing. Happy April. It's my birthday this month. Happy April. Happy autumn. I'll see ya. Bye.